Welcome again. Please bear with me if um, this discussion has been turned into a series of subsets of videos because um, our internet connection is not that good. So but I'll still upload everything in YouTube for you to be able to review your lessons well. Okay, so I will share my screen again. Like, what happened? Wait lang, ha? Share screen. Which one is it? This one. And then, huh? Wait lang. I'm not doing good job. Again. And, ayan. Okay. So again, glycolysis happens in the cytoplasm. Basically, what happens here in glycolysis is that you just break down the glucose into two smaller na mga molecules, and they are called as pyruvate. And in this breaking down, there are a series of chemical reactions that are happening. So many enzymes are involved, such as glucose 6 phosphate or G6P, fructose 6 phosphate or F6P, so on and so forth, just to produce those two pyruvate molecules for the next part of the cellular respiration. But along with this process, there are also some byproducts um, that are produced also. So these are two ATP four ATP. One, two, ay, sorry, wala palang laser pointer. Four, one, two, three, four ATP molecules, and then also two NADH molecules. But before that, before the production of the pyruvate, in order for the glycolysis to start, it needs to use two molecules of ATP. So, in a net chemical reaction, only um, two ATP molecules will be the net product, byproduct of glycolysis, along with two molecules of pyruvate. And also in this part, you can see that there are two water molecules that also will also be formed after the end of glycolysis. So, why glucose, di ba? Out of a lot of carbohydrates, monosaccharides, and why glucose? Glucose serves as a primary fuel to generate energy that the body's cells use to carry out their metabolic and biological functions. So, in-erase ko pala kung ay, yung ano, yung why. Sige, wag na lang. Ang pangalan niyan, basta one of the ano is free energy source, and then, yan, nakalimutan ko na yung ibang mga reasons. Ayan. So, I have already discussed this a while ago. Glucose is broken down to form two pyruvate molecules. So under aerobic conditions, there is oxygen and the cell can use that oxygen, diba? Like, even if there is oxygen in the environment, but if it's an anaerobic bacteria, then yeah, useless pa rin yung oxygen. So that pyruvate can diffuse to the mitochondrion. And then it enters the citric acid cycle, but it is also transformed into pangalan yan, an acetyl-CoA first. Yes. Um, to generate the precursors, or the molecules where the electrons will be gotten from. These are the NADH and FADH. Yes. Later, you will understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so just pangalan yan, a summary of what is really happening. So, in the glycolysis, there are actually 10 steps. And then, there are two ATP, di ba? ATP, two, four ATP molecules produced. And then, also, two ATP invested, um, or yung parang na-spent. And then, NADH formed. And then, of course, lastly is yung pyruvate. Saan nakalagay yung pyruvate dito? Yeah, last is the pyruvate. Ayan. Bakit isa lang dito? So, dapat dalawa to dito. For the first energy, okay, napaday second. Uh, so, 2 NADH form. So, ayan. 2 NADH, 2 ATP, 2 ATP, tapos minus 2 ATP, and then 2 pyruvate. So, in the final stages of glycolysis, two molecules of pyruvate are produced for each molecule of glucose that enters the pathway. So, yes, also 2 moles of NADH, and lastly, 2 net ATP is also produced. So the overall chemical reaction of glycolysis is this: glucose plus 2 ATP plus 2 ADP plus 2 phosphates plus 2 NAD plus yields to 2 pyruvic acid or 2 pyruvates plus 4 ATP plus 2 NADH plus 2 H plus. Pero pwede mo to siyang i-cancel out, this one, and this one. So magiging wala na dito. Ito pala, ito and ito. So wala na dito, and then 2 na lang ng ATP. Okay. So, di ba, I have mentioned a while ago from the previous video that there is also what we call as anaerobic respiration. So, anaerobic respiration happens through fermentation. Okay? So, after ganyan, the pyruvate is formed. Sorry for the dogs. After the pyruvate is formed, when your cell can undergo aerobic oxidation, then meaning, pangalan yan, it will go on with the rest of the cellular respiration, aerobic cellular respiration process, which is the citric acid cycle, electron transport chain. Yes. So, that is true for most animal and plant cells, diba? But, ano yan? There are also other anaerobic organisms that do not utilize or they don't usually use oxygen. But still, they can grow, they can survive, and they can thrive even without it, diba? So how do they live and get their energy? It is through anaerobic respiration. Sometimes it's called as fermentation. So like for example, bacteria that do not have mitochondria. So meron ting mga bacteria na, wala talaga mga mitochondria ang bacteria. Kasi, pangalan yan, they are prokaryotes, di ba? So walang membrane-bound organelles. So bacteria such as lactobacillus, yung nasa Yakult, for example. Or if your cells, animal tissues, your muscle tissues or skeletal muscle um is parang ano, deprived of oxygen, then it can also undergo fermentation process. Okay? So like for example, when you are doing marathons or jogging or doing aerobic exercises. So um your muscles can still continue to, function, but there is a limit of oxygen that enters or or limit of oxygen that's distributed into it. Then what happens is that the pyruvate, this one, the pyruvate that is formed and the electrons of the NADH will stay in the cytosol and is converted into lactates. Okay, so pyruvate plus NADH magiging two molecules of lactate. So, or lactic acid. So, maunang pamaulan ta, di ba? Kay pangalan niyan, that is lactic acid nga imong na-produce sa pag-exercise nimo. Mao bitaw kinahanglan nga mag-warm up kay para ang imong mga cells mapukaw siya, mga skeletal muscles mapukaw, dili siya makakuha og oxygen. Tapos, yes, ang lactobacillus, ang bitaw medyo pangalan niyan. Aslong-aslong kay that is lactic acid. Na iyagi ferment. And then, there are also other forms of microorganisms. Instead of forming lactate or lactic acid, they form alcohol, which is our favorite. Diba? Charot. So, like for example, um, yeasts are added in grapes, pangalan niya, inano mo na yung grapes. Yung sa microbiology natin, yung um, nakalimutan ko na. Pinasteurize, yun. Pinasteurize mo na yung grapes para mawala yung other mga bacteria and then kinulture, inoculate ng yeasts and then those um pangalan niyan. Glucose will be turned into pyruvate by the yeast. So at first, actually, in the making of the beer or, alcohol, yes, there is oxygen in, the barrel, um, for the yeasts to utilize para mas dumami sila, for them to proliferate and all. But when all of the oxygen gets used up, then that is when they resort to fermentation. So they use up that pyruvate and then the NADH to produce two carbon dioxide molecules and two ethanol molecules, thus forming the alcohol content of our wines and beers and hard liquors. Yes, so on and so forth. Okay, that's it. Yes, meron palang ganon sa slide. And then, going back to the aerobic respiration, wait lang, for this one. This, here in the aerobic oxidation or respiration, kasi merong oxygen na na-use dito. The next part is the citric acid cycle. Citric acid cycle is actually the first step of aerobic respiration. Although in any of the step of the citric acid cycle, you don't actually use oxygen. But this is very vital for the aerobic respiration to happen because if you can form the NADH and the FADH2 here in the citric acid cycle, then the whole aerobic respiration process will not occur. Okay? So what are the other names of the citric acid cycle? We have tricarboxylic acid cycle or TCA cycle because some of the molecules that will be formed in the citric acid cycle is a 3-carboxyl group, meaning there are merong COO minus or COOH, tatlong links. Yan. Or it is also called as the Krebs cycle, as is it is named after Sir Hans Krebs. Yan. So, 'di ba, ang pangalan niyan, glucose cannot enter the mitochondrion, so it stays in the cytoplasm, gets lysed or broken down into two pyruvates during the glycolysis. So, the pyruvate needs to enter to the matrix, but it cannot actually enter directly to the matrix because it has to pass through two different layers, and then the first layer, it can pass through the outer membrane, but in the inner membrane it cannot, so it has to be transformed again, like instead of it being 3-carbon molecule, gagawin siyang 2-carbon molecule through pyruvate oxidation. Ayan, wait lang. Here, in this portion here, ito siya. So this pyruvic acid, kailangan siyang dito siya sa intermembrane space, kailangan siyang maging 2-carbon molecule which is acetyl-CoA. Ito siya. Acetyl-CoA. See, it has 2 carbon na lang. Acetyl-CoA. So how do we do that? That is through pyruvate oxidation. And the enzyme that is involved is the pyruvate dehydrogenase complex. So we have, um, di ba, there are two pyruvate molecules. Let's just look at one na lang, the process of one pyruvate molecule. So one pyruvate molecule will undergo series of reactions um, to form the acetyl-CoA, which is the precursor of the citric acid cycle. So yes, when it becomes acetyl-CoA, then it can now enter through the inner membrane and then stay in the matrix where the citric acid cycle or TCA cycle or Krebs cycle happens. So now, dito muna. So ayan, meron kang acetyl-CoA, right? Then the acetyl-CoA, ito siya, acetyl-CoA, um, will be transformed into different forms. Merong 3-carbon, and then 3-carbon, 3-carbon din pala to, kaya pala 3-carboxylic o nga pala. And then, ito lang pala yung 2-carbon, the 2. Ito siya. And then, that's why it's also called the citric acid cycle because one of its form here is the citrate and then cycle because nagbabalik-balik lang ni siya nga mga forms. So your acetyl-CoA is just like para lang siyang ginamit para makaproduce ka ng citrate and then so on and so forth. Then kapag meron ka ng oxaloacetate again, then gagamitin yung acetyl-CoA for ito, combine, tapos babalik na naman to citrate, then oxaloacetate plus acetyl-CoA again, then balik na naman to citrate, then so on and so forth. As long as you have an acetyl-CoA coming from the pyruvate, then your citric acid cycle will continue. So what are the byproducts of the citric acid cycle? So we have two molecules of carbon dioxide, and then one molecule of ATP or GTP. So yes, in some references, they just end in GTP, but in others, it ends to ATP. And then how many NADH? So very important to sila because these are the precursors of the electron transport chain. So One, two, um, three. So three molecules of NADH. But remember, you produce two molecules of pyruvate. So meaning you will also oxidize two molecules of acetyl-CoA and then use those two molecules of acetyl-CoA for the citric acid cycle to occur. So 3 times 2 equals 6. Okay? And then the FADH2 only one. Yes, only one. So 1 times 2 equals 2. You will also use up one molecule of H2O and another molecule of H2O. So parang yung na-produce mo na H2O in the glycolysis, na-cancel out. Okay. So 'di ba, yung carbon dioxide dito pala siya na-produce. Okay, sa citric acid cycle. Hindi siya sa electron transport chain kung saan na-use up yung oxygen. Okay? Saan na? So, here is our chemical reaction for the glycolysis. And then for the pyruvate oxidation, another chemical reaction for this. And then for the citric acid cycle, this one also. So now we have a net biochemical equation of one glucose, one molecule of glucose plus four molecules of ADP plus two molecules of FAD plus 10 NAD plus 4 inorganic phosphate yields to 4 ATP plus 2 FADH2 plus 10 NADH plus 6 CO. So, bakit 10 NADH? Di ba meron kang na-produce na 2 na NADH from, pangalan yan, here in glycolysis. And then in the citric acid cycle, meron ka ding 6 na na-produce. So, and then, meron din dito sa pyruvate oxidation. So, 10 NADH. And then, 6 carbon dioxide because in the pyruvate oxidation, you will produce 2 carbon dioxide and 4 carbon dioxide. So, see, the oxygen usage and the carbon dioxide usage in, the overall chemical reaction of cellular respiration hindi actually related yung activities nila kung bakit napoproduce sila. Okay? So, yes. Um, hmm. Now, let's move on to the electron transport chain. So, diba, the primary goal of the cellular respiration is to produce ATPs because this will be used as energy sources for the processes of the cell. But so far, we have only made 4 ATP molecules in the end of the 3 processes. So where do we get much of the ATP molecules? And this is in the electron transport chain. So the reason why it's called as the electron transport chain, because basically the electrons are being passed through from one complex to the next complex to the next until you make a proton gradient here to energize the synthesis of the ADP and T so that they can combine to make ATP. So how do we do this? We have this. Um, Actually, in one NADH molecule, you will get pangalan you will get 2 electron molecules. Pero in other references, the video that I have shown, isa lang yung ginamit niya. Pero yeah, basically, basta galing sa NADH yung electron na ipapasa at sa FADH2 yung electron na ipapasa. Okay? So, electrons from NADH will supercharge these complex ones. Did I flash the name of the complexes? Not yet. Okay. Let's just name them complex 1, 2, 3, and 4 muna ngayon. And then, since of course this is an electron, so it has a proton in it, but they will be, pangalan yan, they will be separated because of the supercharged, nature of the complex one. So these protons, the protons from here will be, pangalan yan, transported, di ba? So, para to siyang pangalan yan, somehow, active transport. Yes, active transport. Um, from the region of low proton concentration to the region of high proton concentration here, and then, ay, active transport po ba to? Hindi ka pa gumagamit ng ATP. Ayan. Yeah. So, yun na yun. And then, here in the intermembrane space. 'Di ba? Don't be confused, ha. The glycolysis happens in, pangalan yan, cytoplasm, the TCA, the pyruvate oxidation happens in the perimembrane or in the intermembrane space. And then the TCA cycle happens in the matrix, and then the electron transport chain happens in the, um, yung complexes are attached in the inner membrane. And then, yung yung protons are stored in the intermembrane space because it's small man lang siya na, volume capacity. So, mas maganda kasi maliit lang yung i-occupy ng mga, pangalan niyan, protons para maging malaki yung kaniyang gradient, proton gradient, when compared here in the matrix. Okay. So, ayan, na-energize na. And then, after that, uh, it will be, pangalan yan, it will be transferred to a mobile carrier, which is the, CoQ. And then, your FADH2 will also be used, specifically its electrons, so leaving it becoming FAD plus na lang. And then pangalan yan, um and then the electron here will also be transferred to the CoQ, di ba? Yes, CoQ, and then mobile carrier, and then the electrons will be, transferred to the third complex. This is the first, second, and then third complex. And then because this becomes supercharged, another proton will be, sent here in the intermembrane space, diba? See why, this is becoming highly concentrated because of the transport of one proton molecule here from complex 1 and then another to complex 2, and then when it gets supercharged, and then the proton molecule is transferred here, the electron simultaneously will also be transferred to the cytochrome C mobile carrier, and then to the fourth complex, making it supercharged again to um to pump another proton, here in the intermembrane space. So there are three complexes that pumps proton to the intermembrane space. And of course, that's the end of the, parang matatapos na yung pagpapasa-pasa mo ng electrons from one complex to another. Then what is the final acceptor of the electrons that you have gained? This is the, pangalan, your oxygen molecule. Remember that oxygen is O2, but you only need one oxygen atom to receive the two electrons that you got, one from the NADH and the other from FADH2. And then also get one of the protons from the NADH and FADH2 that has been So two protons, two electrons plus oxygen becomes one water molecule. And since the oxygen molecule that we use in our body is O2. So we multiply it. So times 2. So meaning you are actually making two molecules of water. Yes, two molecules of water um, in one oxygen molecule. So asa na ba yun? And then, yes, going back, because hala, super dami na ng mga proton molecules here. So what happens is that um, the concentration gradient that is experienced here in the intermembrane space will charge up or give the energy for this ATP synthase to be able to combine the ADP molecule plus an inorganic phosphate and and simultaneously when one pangalan yan hydrogen or proton molecule uh, passes through the ATP synthase, an ATP molecule is also produced. So that is how the electron transport chain and chemiosmosis happens in the inner mitochondrial. So again, the electron transport chain only occurs here from complexes 1 to complex 4. And then chemiosmosis happens here in the ATP synthase complex or ATP synthase. When you say chemiosmosis, meaning lang nito is osmosis, di ba? Yung from one from high concentration gradient to low concentration gradient. From high concentration gradient of protons to low concentration gradient. But it can chemically form another nga molecule from that osmotic activity that is happening, which is the ATP. So I have included here a link of a video about, the oxidative phosphorylation or electron transport chain, where you can, check this out. Uh, well, if you still can't understand my explanation, then you better check this out. Okay. So, what are the names of the four complexes in the electron transport chain? So, the complex 1 is named as NADH co-q-oxidoreductase. Complex 2 is the succinate reductase. Complex 3 is the Q-cytochrome C oxidoreductase. And lastly, complex 4 is called as the cytochrome C oxidase. So the mobile carriers are actually the SCO-Q and then here the cytochrome C. And then again, complex 2 utilizes the FADH2, while complex 1 utilizes the NADH. And then it is only complex 1, 3, and 4 that can pump hydrogen proton molecules to the intermembrane space. And then this is actually what we call as the ATP synthase. So this is how it produces the ATPs. Diba? Yes. If you're still confused on the process of the electron transport chain, I have also included another video link and then also another video link for a crash course of cellular respiration if you still have a lot of questions about it. So, alam yan. So we have only seen the production of one ATP molecule. But we have produced lots of NADH and FADH2 to our pangalan yan, citric acid cycle. So, it has been shown that 4 NADH molecules can actually make 10 ATP molecules, meaning 2.5 ATP molecules can be produced for each NADH. And then one FADH2 produces 1.5 ATP molecules. So yes. And then one GTP or one ATP is still the same. If we quantify everything that turns into ATP, or that is used as precursors to make ATP in each of the process of the cellular respiration, then this is it. So ATP, same as it is, 2 NADH. So 2.5 times 2, di ba? Here. So 2.5 times 2, then this is 5. And then 2 NADH, 2.5 times 2 is 5. And then next is citric acid cycle. Uh, Same pa rin. Then 6 NADH times 2.5, that is 15. And then 2 FADH2 times 1.5, that is 30. And then if we sum it up, this becomes 32 ATP molecules. So this is the summary diagram of all that is happening in the cellular respiration process. So imagine from only one glucose molecule, you will produce 32 ATP molecules. Okay. So what is the summary chemical reaction of the aerobic cellular respiration? So one glucose molecule, one C6H12O6 plus six oxygen molecules that has been used in the citric acid cycle. Um, out, wronging. In the electron transport chain, kasi 'di ba, you will make out, you have, wait lang, check, saan na ba yun? Yan. You have 10 plus 2, 12. Kay bali precursors used in, pangalan yan, in electron transport chain. Takay, only one oxygen molecule man lang ang may use para makahimo ka ng ATP. So that is times, i-divide mo by 2. Ito siya yung 12. 12 divided by 2 equals 6. Kay 6 oxygen molecules can make 12 ATP molecules. Asa na yun? Balik tayo doon. So 6, and um, then the 6 carbon dioxide molecules are produced in, saan ba yon? Dito mostly dito, di ba, sa acetyl-CoA. And then also in pyruvate oxidation. That is 6. And then, from the 12, from the 12 oxygen atoms that will receive the electrons and then use up the protons, the excess protons of the NADH and FADH2, you will actually form, pangalan yan. Yes. 6, tama ba yung sinabi ko? 12. Oo. 6 water molecules. Titingnan ko muna ulit kasi baka hindi tama yung sinabi ko. Ayan, times 2. Ay, o, tama lagi. Ay, sorry. So, 6 water molecules. So, all in all, this will be your final chemical reaction of cellular respiration. So, one molecule of glucose plus 6 molecules of oxygen yields to 6 molecules of carbon dioxide plus 6 molecules of water plus 30 to 32 ATP molecules. So that's the end of the cellular respiration. Thank you for listening.